Hey guys, Nova Burst here, and today we're back with a different type of video. So today's not going to be a battle, today's going to be a tier list, a Beyblade tier list. So this isn't like in a certain kind of way, or like with a certain type of bays, it's usually just all my bays, well most of them. I have a few of them that are not on here. But anyway, I'll probably put a picture at the end if you want to just like take a screenshot of it for some reason, I don't know, people have their reasons. So I'll start from the bottom on against the top. You'll notice a lot of the older generations are up top, like like season 2 is usually near the bottom, and like the newer ones usually near the top. But there's a few exceptions everywhere, so you'll see that. Let's just get started, and you'll see a different, like some Hasbro ones are usually lower most of the time, but for no real reason. We'll start from the very bottom. This is the F tier, okay. So starting off the F tier, we have Eastros. He's just like a meh, but there's nothing special about him. No special parts, just like survive. Very boring, not very basic. That's the most the bottom one's gonna be. There's nothing bad about them really, it's just they're really basic. Here's a Vipro. Once again, pretty basic. He's a pretty cool design, but not really enough to get him up to another tier. So he's on the F tier as well. Also, we have Hyris. Once again, nothing really special about him. These are all just like random Hasbro bays that came out that had nothing really special about them. Surtur, once again, nothing really special about him. He's like just an attack type. That's pretty much it. Fantasus, he's nothing really special about him. Just these are all, this F tier is really just nothing special about them. Nothing really bad, just nothing special. They're just there. Now we got the D tier. Wait, ABC. Oh no, with the E tier. The E tier. This is the E tier. So starting off the E tier, we got Genesis Valtryek. I don't know. There's nothing just like. It's cool, but there's better versions. Like, it's just there. It's not, there's nothing special about it. Once again, we got Kinetic Satum. I usually keep these two together. They're usually pretty similar. Cool ability, but doesn't really do much. It looks decent, but it's not an amazing look. Not very competitive. Okay, here we have Buster Excalibur. So this is actually pretty low down, you may think, but the design is actually really nice, but it's not competitive at all. The parts aren't very awesome. It's just not the best, so I'm gonna put it down here, even though it looks pretty good. Next, we got Wild Wyvron. Yeesh. It's pretty cool. Like, for a dual layer, it's pretty cool, but it's not. As you'll see, there's not any dual layers that are up high, so he's just a dual layer. Then we got Victory Valkyrie. I really like Victory Valkyrie, but there's like, I just like everyone else better, so. Yeah, we just got Victory Valkyrie right here. We gotta move these a little closer because we got quite a few in the E tier. Next, we got Dark Doomsizer. Once again, he's not. I know this is different than the Takara Tomy. If it was the Takara Tomy one, it probably would be higher. But this is the Hasbro one, so it's pretty low down. It doesn't look amazing. It doesn't look good at all, really. Next, we got Diomedes. Pretty cool. Technically, he's a slingshot bay, because he has like a little slingshot gimmick, but it's just not really unique. The only thing that gives it some kind of coolness is its slingshot stuff, but that's not really unique to it. Next, we got Tyros. I was thinking about putting Tyros in the D tier because he's really good competitive. Like he's really good competitively, but he's just really not that good looking, and he's kind of outclassed now. And then last, we got Odax. And I really do like the way Odax looks. It's just he's not very competitive, so. He's just not going to be up that high. There's obviously ones that are better. Next, we're getting to some more. These are mainly God bays and some Chozi bays now. So now you're getting a little bit higher. So this is the D tier. So once again, these bays, none of these bays are really bad. It's just like all of these are not bad. They're just not the best. So we're starting off the D tier with Emperor Fornius. Once again, he's really cool. He's Chozi, but he just doesn't have anything special about him. Like, he's just bay with metal. Next up, we have Shelter Regulus. Now, I really like the building. It looks really good, but it's really bad. It has very little uses in the competitive game. Let's try and get these lined up. Anyway, next up, we got Deep Kanox. He's really good against left spins, really bad against right spins. It looks pretty decent. I really like him. He's just not. I like a lot of these ones better. Next, we got Twin Noctimus. once again, he's actually pretty decent against competitive wise, but he doesn't look very good. I don't really have that much connection to him. He wasn't that big of a character in the show either. Like a lot of these bays down low don't even have characters in the show, so that's kind of one of the reasons they're also low down. Next up, so that's the end of the D tier. So the D tier is really small. So we got. Next, I'm on to the C tier. So these bays are not bad anymore. Like these ones are actually pretty. These are the average, just like your grade C is an average. These are like the average ones, but there's better ones. So we're starting off with Revive Phoenix. I was really debating Revive Phoenix in C or B tier, but I decided to put another bay above it, which you can probably guess. But I put Revive Phoenix in the C tier. Really good looking, really competitive, but it's just not as good as the other ones. That's a very similar story to Dead Hades. Once again, really competitive, pretty decent looking, not the best looking, but once again, it's kind of outclassed. No, I shouldn't say outclassed. There's others that are better. Next, we got Archer Hercules. So once again, all of these are really good competitive-wise, but I just don't. Archer Hercules honestly doesn't look that good compared to those two. It's just not the best looking. There's not that much to say about it. All three of these are really good. Probably some of the, at least top 5 probably. But you know, you gotta do the hard choices. Next up, we got Boom Kelzar, and he's really good attack. He looks pretty decent, but he's just not as good as some of the higher class ones. Next, we got Z Achilles. Z Achilles looks really good. I hated the look at first, but it started to grow on me. I was debating whether to put it in the E tier or not, but I decided, or D tier or not, but I didn't. I think he deserves to be up here. He's just, there's nothing really amazing about Z Achilles. Similar story to Emperor Fornius, but I just like him a little better. Next up, we got Skedrix Gallius. Really competitive first time. Not really useful now. It's pretty cool. I really like the look of it, and the parts are but it's not a bad or an amazing bay. It's just average. So now that we're done with the C tier, we're moving on to the B tier. So the A and B tier were really hard to decide who's in the A and who's in the B tier, but it took a while, but I finally got it. So we got, starting off the B tier, we got Slash Valkyrie. It looks amazing. It's probably one of my favorite looking Valkyries. The only thing is, it just isn't that competitive, and the parts aren't, like the driver is pretty bad as well. It's just there's nothing really amazing about it. So that's why I'm putting it down here. Not down here. It's still really high up. Okay, these are good ones. I'm just saying this is why it's not like the top, like SS tier. Next up, we got Dead Phoenix. Dead Phoenix is the reason why Dead Hades and Revive Phoenix are right here. I think it's a really good balance between the two. Definitely more of the Phoenix-y kind of vibe, but it looks really good. It's really competitive. It's just a really good VA overall. It's a really good combination of these two, so that's why I had to put these two below this one. That's really the only reason. Next, we got Alter Chronos. Once again, this is mainly a personal reason. This was one of my first this was my first Takara Bay, so it's more of a personal reason. It's not super competitive, not really. Trans is pretty good, but otherwise it's not really competitive. It looks pretty decent. I really like the look of it. Before, like, I broke it. I think I still have the broken parts somewhere, but I don't know. I still have the God chip, which kind of broke, and yeah. Anyway, next up we got just Valkyrie. This is Valkyrie from this is my only first gen Bay, so that's kind of why it's important to me. It's pretty high up, and for its time it was really competitive, and I really like the look of it for a single layer, for, I don't know, what do you call it, a first gen, but it's decent. It's not, obviously it doesn't look as good as these, but for the time, it was pretty good Bay. Next up, we got Maximum Garuda. It's really, really competitive. I think it got banned in the Hasbro version, which is this one, got banned in tournaments for a while. It looks pretty decent. It's pretty decent looking. Obviously, I don't know. I was really debating whether to put it in the C tier or B tier, but I put it up in the B tier because of its competitiveness. Okay, that's the end of the C tier. Now we are moving on to that's the end of the B tier actually. Now we're moving on to the A tier. So these bays are really good. Like, these ones are like some of my favorites. They're just not as good as some other ones. We're starting it off with Ace Dragon. And when I say Ace Dragon, I also mean Ace, Grand, Rock, Dragon. They're all pretty similar. Like, they all look very similar, and they all compete very similarly. So yeah, I'll put them like that. So all those Ace, Grand, Rock, Dragon is there. I mean, it's a really good looking bay. I'm not sure how competitive it is. It's pretty decent. From what I said, it's pretty decent. It's just not amazing. It's better than Slash Valkyrie. I know that. But otherwise, it's hard to test against. Like, it loses against a lot of Trophy bays. That's what I'm going to say. Next up, we got Arc Bahamut. Arc Bahamut, it's super competitive. At least the Hasbro version has really good slopes. It looks really sick. I think it looks one of Hasbro's best looking bays. But the only bay that I think could stand up to it is Nightmare Longinus. Nightmare Longinus is really good looking. I don't know. I really like the uniqueness of it. I like how they tried to do 2 parts. It's really competitive, and it looks pretty decent as well. So that's why it's up that high. Next up, you might be a little confused with this, but I put Strike Valtryek up this high. When I got it, I was like, eh. But the layer, I just love the Strike God Trip. It looks really good. I don't know. There's not much to say. Like, the reboot on mine works really good. So I don't know if that has something to do with it, but yeah. Next up, we got Storm Spriggan. Storm Spriggan is probably one of my favorite dual layers. There's probably only one dual layer that's higher than it, which you'll see later. You might be able to guess. But, I don't know. He's really good. It looks really good. It performs really good. His teeth are really strong. At least mine is. My teeth are pretty strong. But yeah, that's the end of the A tier. Now we're moving on to the S tier. So these are like the best ones. S tier is like the best bays, only outclassed by the SS tier. So first bay in the S tier is Chozy Achilles. I was really thinking about putting Chozy Achilles in the S tier, but I decided not to. Or I was thinking about putting it in the SS tier, but I decided not to, only because it doesn't perform amazingly. It looks really good. I didn't like the design as much, but it really grew on me. I really do like it. It's really an amazing looking bay. The parts are really good, except, I mean, it's really unique. Burst stoppers are cool. It's pretty competitive, but it's not the most competitive. The driver really brings it down a lot. If it is a better driver, it would be probably SS tier. Next up in the S tier, we have Drain Fafnir. Now, Drain Fafnir, really competitive, really strong slopes, teeth, whatever. It's really unique. It was my first left spin bay, and it was just crazy. It was amazing to see it like drain spin and stuff. It's a really cool ability that actually works in real life, so that's what puts it up that high. That's an S tier. Now this is the SS tier. This is like the best of all bays. Competitive, looks, everything. It's okay. We'll just start it off. So this is probably one of the lower ones. But so I'm gonna say now, we got 3 bays in the SS tier. Starting it off is Los Longinus. I love the looks. It's really good bay. It still is pretty good. It can take on some god layers, and it's really good. I love that design. The design is amazing. It's just really good looking. This is what Longinus should be. When you think of Longinus, this is what Longinus is. It's the perfect example of Longinus. Next up, we got Spriggan Requiem. Really competitive wise, amazing. It was my favorite bay for the longest time. Like, I can't remember. This is ever since it came out as my favorite bay for like probably a year, I think it was. For about a year, this is my favorite bay. It was amazing, good slopes, very adaptable in different situations. I like the Zeta driver. I always put it on defense mode because why not? First time Zero was released, so when Zero was released, it was pretty lit. Okay, this is the final SS tier. It's Chozy Valkyrie. You can probably guess it's my banner mascot, one of my favorite bays. It's just really good. It's really good attack, especially I like the idea of, it's kind of what Victor Valkyrie should have been, where it takes a long time to wear it down. It looks really good, really beautiful. I was like obsessed with looking on it at Amazon until it arrived, and then when I did arrive, it was like amazing. Favorite base still to this day. I love it. So here we got it. SS, S, A, B, C, D, E, F. You guys can leave what you think in the comments of what you think is which. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys later. Hope you enjoyed this. It's a different type of video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys later. Love you guys. Bye.